Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Mythic Mimit, and I know it's been a super long time since I've recorded a video, but I wanted to try a new style of content that's not just YouTube Shorts. Today I'm going to be going over every currency and how to make a lot of it and spend it well. So, whether you're in the mid game, early game, or late game, this tutorial can be helpful to anyone. Also, I'm poor in my singing monsters, so if you're a noble, use this friend code as your referral code. And if you're on Steam, use this referral code. Please do it, I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I don't want to waste any more time, let's just get into the video. First off, maybe the most useful currency, coins. The number one thing that you should prioritize is buying food. When I was researching this video, I found out that it is so worth it to feed your monsters higher, but only really in a farm. I'll get to how you spend food later on. But the second thing that you should be prioritizing is castle upgrades. I mean, without castle upgrades, you literally can't place monsters, so it's really important to have them, especially if you're trying to make a farm. But if you want to make more coins, here's a few ways to do that. First off, you want to make sure that your monsters are 100% happy, although there's a few exceptions. First, you only want to focus on the good monsters' happiness. What I mean by this is the monsters that create the most coins on your islands. Secondly, if a decoration is really expensive for you, it may not actually be worth it to buy it, since it might take a long time for that monster to pay it back. If you're in the early to mid game, it's really important that you have extra 4 elements either on your mirror islands or on the side of your islands, since it's always a good thing to have extra cash monsters. But if you're in the late game, you could maybe even do a Wordo farm. I'll get more into relics later. But anyway, that's all I have for coins, let's move on to diamonds. Diamonds are definitely the most valuable resource in the entire game, so it's really important that you use it wisely. First off, here's some things that you should definitely not do. You should almost never speed up breeding unless there's a special event that's about to end. That's a decent exception. You may think that it's only just a few diamonds, but this stuff adds up super fast. Next, don't light your own torches. Join some My Singing Monsters Discord servers, and just add a bunch of friends that can light your torches for free. It is never worth it to light your own torches. But some things that you should be focusing on, number 1 I would say is mirror islands. Without mirror islands, it is a lot harder to wake up Woblins, Celestials, Amber Island monsters, and you can also just make a huge, giant farm. Not only do you get more breeding structures, but you also get way more coins. Secondly, once again, it is castle upgrades. Thirdly is upgrading and buying extra breeding and hatchery structures. If you upgrade them, it reduces 25% of the time on breeding and hatching. And once again, if you buy extra structures, it is way easier to wake up Woblins, Celestials, and Ember Island monsters. There's not a whole lot of ways to get diamonds, but the 2 best ones are to get the max amount of mini mines that you can possibly get, and to get a Zinth or Timpa farm. Even though Zinths were nerfed, they're still pretty good at getting diamonds. So I'd recommend getting a full Zinth farm, and then slowly replacing each Zinth with a Timpa. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. But now, on to food. If you're feeding your monsters, I highly advise not to go past level 15. The price just skyrockets after that, and the amount of coins earned doesn't really justify it. Also, like I said earlier, only feed the good monsters. And also, try to focus almost all of your gold onto food. I mean, if you have all the castle upgrades, of course. For shards, the only thing that you should really be spending it on is Tribal Island. In order to get more shards, this might seem kinda backwards, but just spam 1 element ethereals on Ethereal Island. You may think that 2 elements are better, but their shard production is actually really close. 2 1-element ethereals take up the same amount of beds as 1 2-element ethereal. And 2 1-element ethereals makes way more shards than 1 double-element ethereal. If you want to get the max amount of ethereals on your island, use this chart on screen right now. You can pause to take a screenshot of it. For star power, there's only one way to get it, which is to just join a good tribe. But before trying to grind star power, I would recommend getting a decent ethereal farm. One thing that you should definitely save up for is rares in the star shop. Not only is it an easy way to get rares on islands, but you can skip having to get monsters to level 15 and just buy the rare version on Sugarbush Island. Also, you can buy the rare fire monsters on the magical islands. which is really useful because they are so expensive. Before you buy Dipsters, make sure that there is a 1 key sale. It is literally never worth it to buy Dipsters when they're not on sale. If you're in the mid to late game, prioritize Amber Island upgrades and Rare Wublin upgrades, as well as Celestials, but I don't remember if they need keys or not. The best way to get keys is just from the daily wheel. Unless you're a famous YouTuber, you're not going to make a good profit using the 1 key per week thing. Also, never ever spend money buying keys. This is a total scam. $20 for 5 keys is actually insane. But now, for last, but definitely not least, relics. If you're in the early game, you want to focus on buying Kana in the magical and fire islands. I don't know why she cost relics, it's really stupid, but you'll need about 60 relics to get Kana on each island. Once you're later in the game, you could either buy some Wordos or get the Amber Island monsters. Also, make sure to always buy Wordos half off. And also to make sure to get half off the Amber Island castle upgrades. In order to get relics, just get any Amber Island monsters. You could also use the spin wheel, or if you're in the super late game and have nothing else to do, you could get a Kana farm, but this is extremely difficult. If you want to learn how, Mr. Readling has an amazing video on it, so I'll put that link in the description. But anyway, this is all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you have any other video ideas, I don't, so please leave them in the comments below. And also let me know if you like this new type of video. But, yeah, see you all, and bye.